Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing great. Let's solve today's Leetcode problem. 3211 generate binary strings without adjacent zeros. You are given a positive integer n. A binary string x is valid if all substring of x of length 2 contains at least one 1. Okay, return all value strings with length n in any order. Okay, if you see n equal to 2, we have to generate all the substrings such that we have to generate strings such that each string will have a substrings of length 2 such that it will have at least one. Okay, if you take this string, if you generate all substrings of length 2, each substring will have at least one in it. Okay, it might contain more than one, or it should at least contain one. Okay, so how can we solve it? Okay, so we have to generate strings of length n without adjacent zeros basically. So let's say we have a string, we have to generate a string of length n. Okay, for a given position, either it can have 0 or it can have 1. Correct? If it has 0 in it, so it should the next position should always contain 1, because if we keep 0 over here, that means this substring is not containing any 1 in it. Okay, so substring of length 2 should contain at least 1. So in order to keep this rule intact, this position should be, we should keep 1 in this position. Okay, if if a particular position of a string, if it contains 1, then the next position it can be either 0 or it can be 1. Okay, so using this relation, we will write our recursive solution. Okay, this is standard backtracking example. Okay, so what I am doing is, I am just keeping track of what is, let's say I am trying to process this particular position, then I should be aware what is its previous character. Okay, if the previous character, if it is 1, that means I have two possibilities. Either I can place 0 or I can place 1, right? Then I will generate solution with both the possibilities. I will keep 0 in this position, and I will ask my function to generate recursively what all possible characters I can keep over here. Okay, once I reach the end of this particular string, then I will store saying that I have generated a valid string. Okay, so let me just show you the code, then it will be a lot more clear. Okay, let's just have a function called generate, which will take the index I and n, saying that we are processing from index 0 all the way up to the n. Okay, and it will also keep track of what was the previous character I have, and it is having a string builder in it. Okay, so if my previous position, if it is 0, then I have only one possibility for my next position. Then I will be appending 1 to my string builder, and then I will say recursively generate what would be the remaining string from I plus 1 all the way till n. Okay, since I have kept 1 over here, then I will say, then this particular thing would become the previous. Okay, then 1 was the previous for the next recursive calls, and I am passing this. Okay, since we are backtracking, we have to basically replace whatever modifications we have done to our string builder. So that is what I am deleting the last character from the string builder. Okay, if my previous character was not 0, that means my previous character is 1, then I have two possibilities. Either I can place 0 in it or I can place 1 in it. Okay, so I placed 0, and I am asking to generate from I plus 1 all the way till the end, and saying that I have kept 0, and then I'm just backtracking the results. I mean, I'm just removing the whatever I have appended, and the next possibility is to keep 1 and then generate the results. Okay, the moment I've reached the end of this, the moment my string length, the index at which I'm processing reaches n, that means I have generated a string of length n already. Then I will include my string builder. I will generate a string from my string builder, and then I will store it in my answer. Okay, where answer is basically a list of strings. So I will just call my generate function, passing n, and if you see the initial position can be, it can be 0 or it can be 1, right? So I just passed 1, saying that if I start with 1, then I can generate all possible combinations. Okay, now that I've kept 1, and then if it is 1, then it can be both the possible. Either I can start with 0, or uh, I can also, yeah, I mean I want to generate a substring which starts with 0 and which starts with 1 as well, right? That can only be possible if my previous character is basically 0. So that is what I would done here. Okay, I just set the previous character as 1. Okay, saying that the index at -1 is actually 1, so that my 0th index will be either 0 or 1. So if I just try to generate this, then it will be fine. Let's try to submit and see whether base test cases were passed or not. As you can see, all the base test cases were generated. Let's try to submit our solution. As you can see, all the test cases were also passed, and it is pretty efficient. It has beaten 100% of the solutions in runtime. Okay, so let's try to uh, analyze our time complexity and space complexity. Before jumping dive into analyzing time and space complexity, I highly recommend you to subscribe to my coding channel so that you won't be missing the Leetcode daily Leetcode videos or the coding videos which I will be posting on daily basis. So let's try to analyze. Okay, so as you can see, at each position I have two possibilities, right? Either if the previous is 0, then I have only one possibility. If previous is 1, then I have two possibilities, right? So if you can see, the decision tree will look like a it have one possibility over here and two possibility over, again one possibility over, two possibility over. Okay, so in the worst case, it will uh, if we can uh, if we can generalize, we can say at each position we are taking two possibilities, then it will be 2 power n. Okay, so that will be the time complexity, and the space complexity will also be the same. Okay, in in terms of big O notation, basically. Okay, that's all about this problem. Do subscribe to my coding channel for more such videos. If you like the video explanation, hit the like button, share button, and share your valuable feedback in the comment section. Thank you.